Everybody. Oh wait, there we go. Hey everybody, and welcome to Repairs on the Expedition, or Expedition on Repairs. Haha, whatever. Anyway, it's 2000 Expedition. We are at the transfer case. Zoomed out as far as I can, but anyway, trust me, that's the transfer case. And this nut here, and there's one above it, and most likely one over to the opposite side of the words there. No, I didn't just say that. Anyway, nut there, one above it up that way, and I'm assuming there's probably gonna be one over here. I hadn't crawled up in there to look real well yet. I hope you can hear me. I've lost my voice. But either way, we're doing that so we can get to the drive shaft, the front drive shaft, and the change the ujoint on the rear side. Front's still pretty tight. Rear is not. Let me see if I can get there where I can. Actually, now that I look at it, I'm not sure that it isn't. Rust in my eye. I'm not sure that we don't have a different problem here. No, that's definitely. Okay, well, I'll get better video when I get this shield off. Be right back. Hippie hoppies. Buster, the one-eared rabbit. And that's Gracie. Yes, that's hot. Don't eat the antifreeze. Go away. That's antifreeze leaking off of there. Stop. Okay, well, me and my rabbit buddies wait on tools. I'll put you on pause. Oh, hey. Okay, so the little nut that holds his heat shield on right there, pulled the stud out when it got so far because it was so rusty, which is fine. I'll just back that all the way out. So the other bolt on the top above there, you just can't make out the boss here in the video right there. So I can't get any spray to it, fluid film here, courtesy of my buddy on the west coast, the beekeeper. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the rub-on application, label is gone, but this is fluid film in a can with a brush. And so what I've done is I have packed some of it into the socket that has to go around that stud there to get on the nut. And I'm going to put some even more here to top it off, so that when I jam that over that stud onto the nut, it'll lubricate the threads. Anyway, just a little idea, you know how we work around things. Thought I'd share that with everybody. Pardon me. Okay, well, I don't know how well this is going. Here she is. That's a little drive shaft there, front drive shaft. This is transfer case end. That is differential end. That end there is not so bad. A differential end is pretty tight. Transfer case end is actually sloppy. So me and chicken leg here. Okay, well, maybe just me. I'm going to take and swap out this U-joint for a DriveWorks that I got from AutoZone, or I'm sorry, Advanced. I have all but stopped dealing with AutoZone just because of the local manager. Let's see here. And as I said before, the cheapie, it's got the grease fitting. And that was a big jump as well.
The next expensive one above this was like $13.99 or $14.99, and they went on up from there into the 20s, even $30 or so. I believe even more. I think I saw one for like 42, but had to be a special application for me to pay $42 for a friggin' U-joint, especially when I like having a grease fitting. Now those other ones are a lifetime warranty. They're non-serviceable. They don't have a grease fitting. They have they're supposed to have some kind of special grease in them, and the caps and whatnot, supposed to make them last forever. I personally would rather be able to grease them. I know I could grease them every few months and have the same result. So getting this out, I didn't record much of it. I was trying to get it out. This vehicle's from the north. It's quite rusty, as you can tell. 4 12mm 12-point. Well, I say 12mm. The head was a 12mm. What you need is a 12mm combination wrench, like say 2 of them. I used my impact. I only had to break about 2 of them loose with a breaker bar, but the impact wouldn't break loose, and then zipped them on out with the impact with pretty good results. Alright, well, I'm going to take a little break, and we'll come back and pound those U-joints out and pound the new ones back in.
Remove these little pains in the butt here. Now, for one thing, you can take a socket, set down here, kind of lightly tap it with a hammer, and it'll take the tension off of these things. Another is, it would help if you had needle nose pliers rather than the stupid stuff I have. But yeah, I'm lazy. I don't feel like walking to the shed. So I've been off of YouTube for a while and kind of forgot how things go. I got busy beating this thing off here and forgot to record it. So either way, how this went is, once I got all the clips off of there, this was on here like such, like wit, as you can imagine, like that. And I used this Craftsman 17mm deep well 6-point impact socket, and these crescent crescent channel locks to hold it with, and beat on this unmercifully until the cap popped off the bottom, which, as you can tell, that's not what it's supposed to look like. It's supposed to be little needle bearings in there. And once the bottom cap came off, then I can pull this off. The top one's in there. Okay, so what you want to do here, put these back on, take your caps off, let's roll them, set one inside, like so. And you gotta be careful with this part, because this is the part where you can mess up your new one. You don't want to, what you want to be careful of is not dropping any of the needle bearings down inside there like that. So just gonna start tapping with a hammer kind of lightly. One thing probably should do, let's go ahead and take our new snap rings. Oh, there we go. Yeah, take our new snap rings here. Go ahead and put one in the opposite side to kind of tell when that thing bottoms out. Well, no, I don't want to do that yet, because I will need to. I'll do that when it gets driven all the way through. That's when I'll do that. Sorry, folks. Don't do something every day, you tend to lose your place. That's why I don't do how-to videos. Okay, so I've gone past the recess where the little E-clip sits. Also pushed past the recess on the other side, so I have to drive it back a little bit, but that's okay. So take and squeeze, put it in there, maybe take a socket, pop it one good time. Or even do like this number. Then we can flip it over. Kind of felt it hit there, so I'll grab another E-clip. And if it's not down quite far enough, I could drive it down with the E-clip on there. E-clip, C-clip, D-clip, M-clip. Seats in there quite nicely. Alright. Take off the caps. Slip it over. Maybe this is the one you gotta go from here in. Should both of them on there. Come on. What you have to do on these, let's go ahead and throw your, damn, it's tight fit. Go ahead and throw your yoke over because it's such a tight fit. And this is why having a press would be so much better. And let's see here. Still works there. So go ahead. I'm going to take this one out and go ahead and drive that one through. My paranoia of losing the little needle bearings in the caps because of how many times it's happened to me in the past. I had my camera girl / assistant help hold the U-joint up to the cap so that it didn't have no room to let the bearing drop until I got it seated in there. Now I'll take the other one, put it in its place. And send her on home. Put the new clips back in it. Okay, and now that I have my clips in and it's getting dark, I'm going to crawl back up under there and put my 4 on either side. I said 4 earlier. What I meant was there's 8. There's 4 on either side. 4 at the transfer case hub, 4 at the differential hub. We're going to install those bolts. There's 2 bolts. Well, there's technically 2 nuts with studs behind it that hold the, there's like a shield that goes around this thing, I guess, to keep grease and stuff from leaking out of the transfer case and onto the exhaust. I put those bolts back in there. Take this off the jack. That's one thing that I need to mention, and I'll mention that in the description as well since I didn't do it before. On the all-wheel drive vehicle such as this Expedition right here, you will have to jack up and get one tire off the ground far enough so that it'll roll. This one's not even a whole ½ inch off the ground, just far enough that the tire rolls so that you can spin your drive shaft around and access all your bolts. Alright, I believe that about covers it. I'm going to throw this in there, or we'll render the video. Don't do that.